It's been 3 weeks since my little brother Oliver disappeared. 3 weeks since he packed all his stuff up, left his life behind, and went searching for this PlainTown place he'd been telling me about. I should have known that he would do something reckless. Should have seen the warning signs for what they were. He's always had issues with his mental health, addiction, suicidal tendencies, etc., and things have only gotten worse since Mom passed away last year. If only I'd been a bit more proactive than I was, reached out more often than I did. Oliver just vanished into thin air. The CCTV cameras near his apartment recorded him leaving at night, but since then, there's been no trace of him. The cops have no clue where he is, where this PlainTown is, and it seems like they're preparing to dismiss it as the ramblings of a disturbed individual, but I can't. Those emails and messages that he sent me before I lost all contact with him are the only hope that I have left. And I'm gonna follow this paper-thin trail to its last crumbs and see where it leads me. And that's why I'm sharing his messages to me with you all here. So please, if any of you have any idea where this PlainTown might be, please, help me.
From Oliver Jones to Frederick Jones. Hey, Freddy. Sorry for not replying sooner. Things have just been a little hard recently, you know, with Mom gone and troubles at work. I've just not been in the right headspace. Anyway, I've been having these nightmares recently. I don't know if they're night terrors or not, because they only seem to happen when I'm asleep. I'll be lying flat on my back, and then I feel this immense, dumbbell-like weight on my chest. I try to move, but my body doesn't cooperate, as if my limbs have been nailed to the bed. Then I see the silhouette at the foot of my bed. I think it's Mom, wearing her pink nightgown, just staring down at me, motionless. I can hear her breathing, short and raspy, but I never see her chest move. I'll start to shiver in fear before suddenly waking up in an entirely different position, on my side or on my stomach, having soaked the sheets with my sweat. I can't help but blame myself for her death. If only I hadn't been such a big fuck-up, she would have lived longer, much longer, if I hadn't been born at all. And before you say anything, yes, I have been taking my meds regularly, but they're not working like they should. I get frequent headaches. My shoulders always feel like there's someone sitting on them. I don't think meds are enough anymore. I think I need something else. Something that'll relieve all the suffocating tension in my chest. And I think PlainTown might be it. Jimmy, my friend from work, told me all about it. Apparently, it's an experimental commune. A bunch of people living simplistic lives in a rural area. I believe it's exactly what I need. Shared responsibilities, a sense of community. Something that is just different from the fast-paced hellhole I'm trapped in. Because I can't keep living like this anymore, man. I just can't. It takes everything that I have to get up in the morning and force myself to go to work. And my heart sinks every time when I return and see the red and gray monstrosity that is my apartment building. I desperately need to change, man. I think I'm going to PlainTown. Hope Anna is doing well. Ollie. From Oliver Jones to Fred Jones. For the record, I don't appreciate you calling and screaming at me. I get that you're worried about me, but Fred, please understand. I'm only doing what I think is best for me. I know that this place sounds like a cult, but I believe it just might be what I need. Look, I get it. With Dad's death so early on in our lives, you've been forced to step up and be the man of the house. And believe me, I do appreciate everything you've done for me. But you gotta let me be my own man. I've made my decision, and I need you to respect it. Don't think I haven't put a lot of thought into this decision. I have. I need to do this. I need to get out of here. The nightmares have been just getting worse and more frequent recently. I feel the walls closing in around me, breathing, pulsating like a living thing. I see Mom almost every night now, leaning over me, her throat slit, the warm blood dripping down on me. I feel her wet breath on my ears, and then I wake up screaming. The neighbors have often complained about me. I can't keep living like this. I just can't. I'm gonna leave for PlainTown tonight. I'll get in touch with you when I get there. Ollie. From Oliver Jones to Fred Jones. So, I finally arrived at PlainTown, and it's definitely been interesting. First of all, the directions that Jimmy gave me were confusing as hell. Slipping off the highway and onto a dirt road that somehow led me back to the exact same spot I had started from. But thankfully, after what felt like hours, I stumbled upon a gas station, and the owner was gracious enough to personally guide me to the town. "Ayo," he greeted me with a warm smile as I walked into the store. He looked relaxed, happy, and even the wrinkles that creased his forehead looked pleasant. Oh, and the store. It was unlike anything I've ever seen. None of the products there were branded, just packaged in these plain white bags that stacked the shelves. I think they produce everything locally. Just what I needed, man. We arrived at PlainTown after about half an hour, and I have to say, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's laid out in a grid-like pattern with clean streets, shaded by perfectly trimmed pine trees. Rows upon rows of identical houses made up the residential area. They are spacious, with pristine and well-maintained lawns. I wasn't expecting the welcome they organized for me. Maybe Jimmy told them about me, though I certainly haven't seen him there yet. The residents had come out of their houses and were standing outside on their lawns as we drove past them. "Hey-yo," they cheered when they saw us. They laughed, clapped, and welcomed us as we waved back. It's the first time in years that something has made me this happy, man. James, the owner of the gas station, dropped me off at an empty house at the curve of a cul-de-sac. Told me that this could be my home if I chose to settle down here, and that I just needed to give PlainTown a chance, and it'll make space in my heart, just like I was sure to find myself here. I went around and introduced myself to the neighbors. They were boisterous, every single one of them. A bit too much, even a little robotic, some might say, but their oddities and overwhelming happiness suits me just fine. I know I've made the right decision. My head feels lighter. I'm more relaxed already. I think this is going to be my new home. See? I told you that you were getting word for nothing. Let me settle in and we'll see if we can arrange for you to come and visit. Love, Ollie. The following is a transcription of a voice message. From Oliver Jones to Frederick Jones. Freddie, I fucked up big time. Big time. I should have listened to you when you warned me about this place. I'm sorry. There's something terribly wrong here. Things had been fine when I went to bed, but then I woke up here and there was this odd thumping sound coming from the front door. Just thump, thump, thump. Loud and angry. I got up to go and see what the fuck it was, and found the damn door was shaking on its hinges. Oh God, please, no, stop. Freddy, please, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. I'm sorry I wasn't a better brother. I wish I could take it all back. It's still there, at the fucking door, where I found it. I went to check what the sound was, pulled aside the curtains, and found it banging its head against the door. Just thump, 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 thump. I thought it was one of my neighbors at first, but no, it's not human. It doesn't have a face, no eyes, no nose, nothing. Just blank, like a mannequin, banging its head against the door until it started bleeding. I screamed, and that's when they came out. All the neighbors came out and just stood on their lawns, just laughing and clapping like when I first came here. I told them to stop and then asked them why the fuck they were doing this, and they just laughed and clapped harder. God. The sounds, the laughter, the claps and the banging and echoes makes my ears ring. I've been trying to call for help for what seems like hours now, but the call just doesn't go through. I hope you get this. Please, Freddy. I don't want to die. You think Mom will forgive me? I don't want to die. Oh my God. I don't want to die. Oh my God, Freddy. They're at the windows. At the fucking windows, man. Pressed up against them, smiling at me. I think the door's about to break. Oh God, please. I'm so sorry, Freddy. I love you. I'm so sorry. From Oliver Jones to Frederick Jones. Hiyo, Freddy. Sorry about that call. Didn't mean to worry you. I'm totally fine. Turns out, I was scared for nothing. It was all a big misunderstanding. We've cleared it now. I was right the first time. It really is an amazing place. PlainTown was just what I needed. And I think it might help you and Anna too. A wonderful place to raise kids in. I'm trying to convince them to let you come. Fingers crossed. Oliver.
This was the last message I ever received from my brother. I'm at my wit's end. The cops don't know what to do. Oliver's workplace says they don't have someone named Jimmy. Never did. I am lost. If any of you have any idea where this PlainTown is, please let me know. I have to find him.
Please leave your message